Okay, love bugs, we have almost survived the holidays without the holiday blues and the depression, and we have one more holiday left, and that is New Year's. So I'll be bringing in the New Year's courtesy of Jaliza hair. They sent me this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous full lace wig. She came pre-braided with the gorgeous boho look, and I am in love. Now, I have reviewed for this company once or twice before, and I believe the units that I reviewed were nice and full and voluminous. This one here gives more of an everyday natural vibe. I feel like this is the one that is for the everyday girl, the calm girl, the one that doesn't want to do too much. You don't want the heaviness, you just want a little something something, but you also want to set the tone and make a statement. Also, the girly who likes to have the braided look pop in and pop out without the wait time of install and take down. She's absolutely fire. She's a full lace wig. She literally comes ready to go and she fits like a glove. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the install, show you guys how I tint the lace on the full lace before I put the wig on, and give you all of the tea. So if you want to see how we got this look, let's get started. Okay, love bugs, today I've teamed up with Jaliza hair. I believe I've worked with this company before, but if I did, it's been a while. I'm in the mood for a little bit of box braid, so we will not be going to the salon and sitting there for hours. No way, Jose. So this one here appears to be a 1B, and it appears to be 24 inches in length. That's what I got from all these codes, but of course I have all the details down below, all of it. Okay, so this is what she looks like straight out of the box. This is a pre-braided full lace wig, and as you guys can see, it has more of a natural vibe. It's not heavy and overbearing. This is gonna give you like what your natural hair would typically look like in braids. Very beautiful. Gonna add a little bit of mousse to activate the curls. This is a close-up of the hairline. They did provide some baby hair, and it looks like they did a job of pre-plucking it and styling it as well. We may trim that down a little bit shorter, but it is looking good. It looks like the knots are bleached within the parting spaces, so we probably could just buff a little foundation on it and install. Here is a look at the inside construction of the cap. Again, this is a full lace wig, so you do have two combs here. You have the options to go ahead and just take a little scissor and like undo the stitching if you want to remove these. And then at the nape, you do have two more combs back here, and it tells you that this one is a size medium cap. You also have your tag back here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, and it just says Jaliza all over it. The nape also has adjustable straps, and it does have that like pre-cut scallop cut, so you can leave that there and like bond it down really nicely. And then last but most certainly not least, you do also have your adjustable straps. So it's nice and like airy, and it mimics like the net look so that it can kind of camouflage should you be able to see it through the lace, but I don't think you would be able to see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably tint the lace would be my best bet. Okay, so we started yesterday and we decided to pull her out and wait till today so that I could have a full opportunity to wear her, because yesterday was Christmas and I didn't want to be in this style for Christmas because it was already the end of the day. I wanted like a full, you know, 1-2. So in case you guys didn't see, this one comes from Jaliza. You guys already seen the intro. We already did the unboxing, so I'll insert that need be. We get a load of what the lace looks like from here and close up. The knots are beautifully bleached like a round, so I'm gonna just buff in some foundation to kind of tint it a little bit more brown like me, and I'm gonna do that from the inside, because if you do it once you put it on, imagine trying to get lace tint in the lace between each braid without getting it on the braid. So it'll be easier just to about like buff your foundation or your lace tint in on the inside. I'm gonna go in with shade 15. This one is more or less my skin color, maybe a little bit deeper sometimes, maybe a little bit warmer sometimes, you know, skin color changes. I think this one here is 16, which is I think darker or deeper. So I'm trying to decide which one will look better in the lace. I'm gonna start off with this one and maybe add a little bit of this one if this one doesn't look good. Okay, so this is the only brush I have on hand. I don't feel like going to my bathroom, so we're gonna see if this works, and if not, I'll get a kabuki. I prefer a kabuki brush. I still love kabuki brushes in this era. So we're gonna just take and pack the powder in and just pack it in as best we could until we get it all covered. I mean, obviously the best place to keep it, or the most important place, is the hairline for the finished result, but of course you never want to mistreat the back. Sometimes I do be feeling like whatever the hair looks like in the back is not my business when it's hard to reach or see back there, but also I do prefer if the back looks good. So obviously we can touch up the front once we have the wig installed. Typically if you're doing like a closure or something, it's easier just to get that lace done, but this is a lot of lace, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish and then we will get started on the install. Okay, so I'm not even gonna cap There may be spaces where I didn't get it perfect, but you guys get the picture. You guys can see it looks as beautiful as it did straight out of the box, but it has more of a brown tone tint, which goes with my complexion a little bit better, so it'll all blend. So let's go ahead and put her on. First, I'm gonna adjust the straps and we can get started. Okay, so this is what she looks like on straight out of the box. It definitely feels like hair or braids when you first get them on. You know how they are at first super tight when you're bonded down or braided, because you know how when you first get your hair done, your hair is a little bit more stiff. I feel like that, and it's not that the wig or anything is bad. It's like when you first do your hair, you do it really tight to the root, and so everything is like perfectly, like the braids are so tight that it's almost like you got to put a little bit of mousse or just give it a few days to loosen up. We are going to do the mousse trick to make them nice and loosened up, if you will, and also to activate the curls. This is a boho braided wig, so it does have these boho pieces here. So of course the mousse is also going to activate and add the vibes. Also, I'm liking that in fact we're going to have to do the mousse because of course we did so much powder to kind of tint the lace that I do feel like, you know, it's a little bit of powder in the hair. Let me give you guys a 360. So this is what the wig looks like from the back. If I was actually going on vacation or somewhere special, I would have taken a little bit more time to grab the kabuki to buff my lace tint in a little bit better. So on the next install, I will for sure. And you guys, of course, can see better than me. But again, this is a full lace wig. So you can do her literally in any and every style and part her in any and every way. Also, this is the nape. I have 2 combs. You kind of just bring it all the way down and hook it. I did not cut off that excess lace back there, which I don't necessarily think I need to, but you can definitely got to be glued or whatever your choice is and like bond this down. I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm talking about, and it does have the baby hair, so you can play that up. Now with this one, as far as the hairline goes, keep in mind that I do have a brown HD wig cap on, and it camouflages pretty good. So let's go ahead and get her installed. She looks so cute, and again, I love the fact that this one is not so ba-ba boom. The ba-ba boom is always going to be my favorite way to do any kind of hairstyle, but for every day, this one just feels like the normal places I go. I live in Orange County, so you know, I am not only a minority in race, but also like wearing wigs and things. So this one gives more of a not so extreme, I guess you can say, style. Okay, she's gonna look really cute in a half up, half down, but more importantly, I just kind of pulled her back to kind of pull her out of my face. Before we get started, I am gonna go ahead and hit them edges. They have been thickening up, I feel. I don't know if it's a placebo or not, but I feel like they've gotten a lot fuller and longer. So whenever they are in the way or I don't tame them, they are turning into little bushes on the side of my face. So let's go ahead and find the baby hair brush. How about that? How about that? Here's a before and after. You see how clean this looks and how wow this side looks. Okay, now that the sideburns are out of the way and the hair is pulled back, here is a great look at that hairline. This is going to be so beautiful melted, but it is just a tad bit of excess lace. So you can decide, like, if you just want to go ahead and bond it down, or if you want to pull these hairs out of the way and trim it shorter. I feel like it's easier to just go ahead and melt it than it is to pull the hairs back, just because I don't want to cut the baby hairs. But then again, it's also I think it'll look a little bit better if we pull those back and get it done. I just don't want to cut the baby hair. So let me try to get these out of the way. You could probably use some mousse, but I don't really want to wet the hairline or put any liquid on it quite yet. So I'm going to go really slow and cut. You see how there's a little bit of lace there? You probably can't see because I've already tinted it a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of that off. Kind of go forward to see how much I want to go. And then with this one, I also don't want sideburns, so I'm gonna try and go around without cutting into the braid too much. And this is how much I cut off. Mainly the hair you see is what would have been the sideburn, just so that it can lay behind the ears simple and easy and not just be too much to maintain. And then we do the same thing on the opposite side. This is as good as it's gonna get, and it's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and melt her down really nicely. And you guys know my favorite is the bed head. So just pull her back, kind of brush the hairs, the baby hairs out of the way a little bit. Spread it. And I'm gonna do a little bit more of a dramatic install. So I'm gonna, you seen I sprayed it. Now let's dry it and get it tacky and do a second coat. Okay, now it's pretty tacky. Let's do a second coat. You can almost feel it getting really dry. Now the second time, you don't want it like completely dry so that it can actually adhere. Bring your lace over top where you want it to sit. Try to lay it as flat as possible without any buckling. Here I fear I need a little bit more, so I'll add a little bit more, hold it down and dry it. And we can use a melt belt to get it really good in there. So but before we do, let's get the opposite side before it dries. And blow dry again. Now this side I didn't melt it good enough. I laid it before it got too dry. Okay, it's nicely melted, and I feel like you can see that it's installed. Like my eyes feel a little bit more chanked. I want to go ahead and retint the lace, but before we do, I think we should go ahead and work on the baby hair. So I love a good baby hair moment, especially with braids. So I appreciate the fact that not only they gave us baby hair, but they already like thinned it out enough to where you don't have to go in and thin it out. The only thing you may have to do is trim it. I'm gonna go ahead and just sporadically trim it. I want mine really short, to be honest, almost to give more realistic like flyaway baby hair, and I don't necessarily need it to be like perfect. Is that a baby of mine? Hi baby, please hold. Okay, 2 of 3. Okay, 2 out of 3 of my babies went to the park and came back home down for the count. So mommy nurse is in full effect, but I went ahead and, as you guys can see, I bonded it down. If you see a little crusty, don't worry. As we continue to work on the hairline, it's gonna get better. I'm gonna take a little edge control and just work it at the base aka the lace, and try not to get it to hang off like that. And really what I want to do is, I don't want the baby hair to be like necessarily glued to my head, which if it is in the beginning, it's okay because it'll like soften up. The product will absorb eventually, but I just really want it to be not fluffy wispy, but just not too perfect. So let's just play with it and see what we can come up with. Put the sideburns also. I don't necessarily want sideburns, but of course I'll take some sideburns. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. Now let's go ahead and melt it a little bit more. You can never have too much melt going on, so let me go ahead and add the melt belt. And I am going to use the one they provided. This is what it looks like. It says Jaliza all over. Throw her back. We're going to just add the melt belt. Now when you add a melt belt and you do have like sideburns or baby hair, you want to make sure you bring it up forward. So like typically you can bring up your melt belt on the side like really high, but since there is like lace right here, you kind of want to bring it down so it can try and penetrate that as well. And then from there, we do have to tint the hairline over, but be careful. But while we go ahead and allow that to melt down, we can have some fun and focus on the ends. Now, as you guys already know, this is a full lace wig, so you're able to play with her, throw her around as you like. And again, as she gets a little bit older, not even old, but just as the days go by, she will loosen and soften up. So today I'm going to be using the Cantu, or should I use the Tresemme or the Lotta Body? I feel like the Cantu is speaking to the braid era. It's speaking to my aunts. It's speaking to me through my ancestors, to my soul. So we're going to go Cantu, and this one is called Wrap Whip, or no, Wave Whip. And I'm just going to apply generously wherever I see fit. It can go on the root roots, or not even the roots, the lace as well, need be. You definitely want to get those ends good, and then you could kind of scrunch. Obviously you don't need to scrunch braids, but if you kind of want to activate the boho curls a little bit, and do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so we've had a little bit of time to go ahead and add the mousse. Let's remove the milk belt. And yes, straight on, it's looking like a regular, normal, not even regular, a normal traditional braid install. You can't even tell that this is a wig. Now obviously if you come up on the lace, lace is lace everywhere. All laces, no matter how good it is, it looks like lace in person, but this one looks absolutely adorable. Let's go ahead and tint the lace. I'm going to use, I think, 16. You can use a powder or the cream. I'm going to start off with the cream, even though I did the inside with powder, just to see what we get, because I feel like it'll cover the grids of the lace a little bit better, and I do like that. Ooh. So let's go ahead and pack this in. That girl, I am that girl. You can literally do like 2 ponies right here. If we didn't have guests, I think I would surprise my kids and take them to see Sonic tonight, but then again, they are not feeling well, so I think Monday or Tuesday, maybe even Sunday, we could have a movie night and go see Sonic. Okay, love bugs, this is the finished look. You can wear it straight down like this. You can also flip it over. You know, no matter what kind of wig it is, I'm gonna flip it over like so. And again, straight on. Yeah, who's your braider? Where do you get your hair done at? Can I get the number? Do they have Instagram? How much does it cost? It's giving install for sure, and I love it. And again, it makes it a little bit more natural, that I went for a natural density. We always like our braids long, and this is pretty long, but it's not like butt length, super thick, which kind of just causes a little bit more attention that we like. But this again is just a little bit more every day. This is, you know, you're gonna get compliments, you look beautiful, but it gives a little bit more everyday, a little bit more natural in my opinion. This here with some lashes, a little concealer, and you're good to go. So as I mentioned, this one did come from Jaliza. The website is jaliza.com, and this is the packaging. Inside is very bougie. It gives a vibe. You have your logo here, and then it says joy alongside lavish inspirations, jealousy achieved. That's right, it just gives a vibe, and the girls are going to be jealous. This here is the tissue paper. It is very, very bougie. It's kind of flipped around, but it has that Jaliza on the sticker. And I don't want to tear the sticker, so underneath that we did get some goodies. Here we got a pack of wig caps. We also got this here, and I believe this is, yeah, I don't know the official name for this, but it's like a storage for your wig, almost like, you know how we get the hanger with my kids being in dance. We do the dress, what is it called? Garment bag. It's a garment bag for your wig, and it comes with a hanger. I just bought a fresh set of garment bags for the kids' recital season. And you just take and you add the hanger to the garment bag, and this is the same. So I really love this because, I mean, you could literally have a bunch of these and like have all your wigs in your closet hanging up. How dope would that be to like have a wig hanger, a wig closet, or like a section for all of your wigs? Even when you are traveling or just not at home, you'll be able to throw this one in your luggage and also hang it up if you choose to switch your wigs out. Love that a bunch. And if you didn't catch it, it does have the logo on this side, and it's zipper and you can see through. You can even be organized and add a note card inside, like if you have a bunch of these wigs and say this is my natural 2022, you know how that goes. And then there's just a cute little card in here. It gives, it's my birthday, and it gave me a birthday card, even though that's not the case. And it does have their logo on it as well. And this is just all of the things to make this one really seal the deal. Information, care instructions. Don't put no heat on this, as you already know. The evolution of Jaliza, and then return packing slip. So yeah, that is it, love bugs. I am in love with this girl. She's absolutely gorgeous. Let's do one more spin around for the girls. This is what she looks like from the back. Absolutely gorge, doing a whole lot without doing too much at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I hope you guys are enjoying the break, wrapping up the holidays. We only have one more holiday left, and that is New Year's, and we will be in 2025. So let me know in the comments, what are your resolutions? Mine is to vlog for you guys and upload. I have vlogged so many times in 2024 and none of it has seen the internet. It's just all archive footage that at this point I don't even think it's worth it to put up. Birthdays, Christmases, holidays, all of the things. But no matter how boring I think the content is, we're rolling it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Be sure to check out Jaliza. I will have a direct link to this gorgeous girl and all of the details down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches.